Keep your fucking hands off my ex.
Wipe your ass.
Yo, let's respect my last name. Quick, another video, we back. Hit the like, subscribe, the bell. You know the deal. Listen, today we got women whose sister is about to marry her ex-man. Let's get right to it.
So my sister is marrying my ex-boyfriend in less than 3 weeks. And let me just tell you guys, we're out on this beautiful island. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm showing her grace. I'm showing up for her as her bridesmaids. But she is being a total bridezilla and giving me a hard time. Her marrying my ex-boyfriend is also the elephant in the room. And I'm getting pretty tired of everyone pitying me for this, for even showing up for her. Even my own mother called me before heading on a trip. She was like, I know this is going to be a hard time for you. Okay, like, girl, can you talk to your daughter? Well, why didn't you talk to your daughter? Your other daughter. And my sister's acting like, giving me these bad vibes, these weird vibes, acting like I still want her man. I still want her Arnold. I don't even want Arnold anymore, guys. On this trip, I can say that I am interested in his best friend, Rome. So let's just see how this trip goes.
First of all, you talking to a nigga named Arnold. Who? How old is this guy? Because the last Arnold I know, Arnold Palmer and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they're both in their 70s. So I don't know why she dating somebody named Arnold. He's got to be in his high 65s, maybe almost dead. But for her to be looking at the best man, we already know what type of like foolery and bullshit she on. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments if your man or your homegirl dated your man and now they're together. But I personally don't think this marriage is gonna last 2.5 weeks. May not even go to game 7.
Oh, I got some tea for y'all. So, I ain't been talking to my sister lately or anything like that. But tell me why. Oh my God, this is some good tea. Good tea. Okay, tell me why I found out she is talking to one of my ex-dudes. But not talking to him, I guess. Well, I guess they're talking, but sleeping together. And, I was wondering, why is she acting so freaking funny? Like, So your conscience must be eating at you, huh? That you can't face me and let me know that you're talking to one of my exes. That's what I felt like. It's like, why is she acting this way? Like, she don't bring my nephew around. She don't bring my niece around. Yeah, that's why. I would never fuck with one of my sister's exes. Yeah, and you know what? Crazy thing about it is he confirmed it. Because we still talk as friends. Yeah, we might have messed around years ago and everything, but we still talk as friends. And he confirmed it. He said, this is what I told him. I said, "Rah." I said, "What's up?" I said, "You fucking my sister?" Oh, let me not say that. "You doing my sister?" He said, "Who told you?" "Your mom." No, my mama didn't tell me. "Your other sister. The one that lives there." No, she didn't tell me either. But it's so funny that my mama and my other sister and this sister know that I all messed with him. So it makes sense why all of them are acting funny. What? You can't be a woman and just be like, "Hey, Cecily, are you still talking to, what do you call it? Or I know y'all messed around years ago and everything. Do you mind if I start talking to him?" I would have said, "Go on for it."
The mother knows, the sister knows. But my thing is, why is she still talking and keeping contact with somebody she don't mess with no more? And why is this news? But then quite at the end, when she had the I don't know, it said fuck. I couldn't read the other one. I know the tattoo on her hand said fuck. I just think it's a messy little family. But the way she chewing her gum and the way that curtain was in the back, yeah, I was probably out of there too. Yeah, it is little things for me that turn me off immediately fast. Almost exponentially. I don't know if y'all seen anything in the video that turned y'all off, but I was out of there. Maybe I would have seen what mom was up to. And if you enjoyed any of these videos so far, make sure you go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. We definitely would appreciate it. It costs you nothing. Let's keep watching.
I was 22 years old when I left my first husband, and about 7 months after I left, I remember getting home and there was a note in my screen door. I opened it up and it said, "I heard you was a model. Call me." So me being a model back then, of course, I was excited and intrigued, and so I ended up calling the number and a woman answered. We talked a little bit about my modeling career, and then she said to me what she really wanted. She said to me, "Honey, I actually don't want to discuss your modeling career." She said, "Your ex-husband is dating my daughter, and I'm noticing some things, and I would really like to get some information about him. Do you mind talking to me about it?" So, you know, I didn't just leave my ex-husband, I escaped my ex-husband. Of course, I was reluctant out of fear, but this was a mom trying to protect her daughter, and I wanted to help with that. And so we talked, and what's crazy is all of the things that he did to me in that relationship dynamic, he was doing to her. And the red flags were all there, and the daughter, of course, was smitten by him because that's the type of man he was. But the mom could read past it all. And we would talk about specifics of some of the things that he was doing to her. And the patterns and the things he was doing to her were the exact same things that man was doing to me. And I finally got the courage to leave, and he found someone else to do this to. So babe, if you're in a situation like this, I just want you to know it won't get better. He will not change. I don't care how many times he says he will. He's going to be that way with you, or he's going to be that way with someone else. You have to have the courage to leave. You have to have the mental fortitude and the mental strength to know that you can do better, that you deserve better, that you are enough, and that you are capable and deserving of so much better. That is not love. That is not a relationship. That is toxic. It's going to lead you to an early death, because physically, the stress that comes with that is going to make you sick. So leave.
Well, that was one hell of a way to end the video. But I'm happy for her that she got away. But leaving a marriage at 22, first of all, is wild. What the hell you doing married at 22? There's that. You don't even remember your social security number by heart at 22. So there's no reason in the world she should have been getting a divorce at 22. Anyway, I don't know if you guys been in any type. I don't know what type of the reason why she said she escaped. Could have been abuse. Could have been mental abuse. It could have been, you know, just maybe. I don't know. But the fact that another woman reached out, was trying to figure out what this man was up to, trying to protect her daughter. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, it's a wild stories out here. Let's keep watching the next one.
6 months after me and my ex broke up, we were together for 4 years. We lived together. I left him 6 months later. Not even 6 months later. My sister, my older sister, goes and gets with my ex. Right? It was this whole thing within my family. She completely tore my family apart right after we lost my brother. So my family had already been through enough. She caused further divide in my family, on top of completely betraying me. I have not spoken to her since. She's always been blocked. This happened about 1.5 years ago. And my family was always on my side about it. They agreed that he was never allowed to be at any of their houses. He was never allowed to be around the family at any of the family functions. And then I was always given first priority to, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, yada, yada, yada. If I wanted to go and if I could make it to that family event, then she wasn't allowed to go. Weddings, etc. which is how it should be, because she's the one that caused this, so she can suffer the consequences. And so now it's been a year and a half, and now both sides of my family, my mother and my father, are now saying that I need to get over it. They're like, all right, it's been a year and a half. You should be over it right now. We're tired of doing separate functions, and
It is a shame that your family has decided that your pain is an inconvenience to them, and that they have decided to take the side of someone who is obviously wrong. I don't care how long you take to heal. The party that wronged you doesn't get to tell you to hurry up and heal.
I definitely don't think there's a time cap on healing. You heal when you heal, you get there when you get there. Ripping off the Band-Aid too early can reopen up the wound. Now, there is a time to either let it go or make a decision on how you're gonna move forward with this. You clearly can tell this is probably 2 years into it. She's still crying, trying to tell her story, which means it still hurts. I'm sorry that you're feeling this way, but you gotta pick better men, and you gotta set better boundaries with your siblings, with your friends. And sometimes friends don't have boundaries, and then again, those weren't your friends. So then there's this whole dynamic of just shoot them in the kneecap. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's keep watching.
I don't know how it feels to be disappointed by parents. Never had any. But I do know how it feels to be hurt by family. And how they can always try to rush you on how you should feel on moving on. Because God forgives us, so we should forgive others. But he never said that we had to deal with you. Which is why Jesus died for our sins and he moved on to heaven. And I've tried it your way, Miss Cat. Peacefully not dealing with family who have intentionally hurt me. And friends. Yes, I still encourage you to forgive your sister, but that does not mean you have to deal with her. And if it was me, and family and friends feels like I should rush and move on, and I've tried it the peaceful way, I'm gonna give you 2 other options to help me move on.
Listen, like I said, scrap it out, shoot it out, do what you gotta do, but keep your fucking hands off my ex. Till next time, make sure you hit the like, subscribe. Peace.